What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and F124 is here. Although, people that paid more money have had it 3 days. But we are here for our driver career mode. I'm Hazza Racing, and we are going straight into Formula 1 for this career mode. But we're going straight into Formula 1, and of course, the calendar. We're going to do 16 races. It'll be shorter, sweeter, and it'll be better for everyone to watch. And, of course, if you've seen my channel, I don't really almost get through many seasons, almost one every year. So, hopefully, this will be better. We're going to choose Mercedes as our driver academy, just because I felt like it. And, here's the creation of our character. It doesn't really matter, as you saw him there. But we are going to sign for Williams, though. That is the important bit for Season 1. And our teammate is going to be Alex Albon, 84 rated, he's got 77 experience, 83 racecraft, 79 awareness, 87 pace, and 88 focus. So there we are in our overalls with our helmet. The helmet design is very much simple because it's the only helmet there, but we've also got the colours from my team last season. So let's get into the first cutscene.
Finally, let's do this for real. Sorry it took so long. You know what these legal types are like? Yes, sir. No, sir. Here's 80 pages of needless jargon, sir. Anyway, believe it or not, this is my excited face. Come on, come on. Let me show you what we've got. So, all the usual stuff, merchandising, likeness, blah, 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 but the really juicy stuff is their expectation of you. They need you to challenge yourself all season, be the best you can be, dominate your teammate, become a legend. All that jazz. Now, it's over to you.
Okay, here we are. It's contract time. The team are expecting you to improve as your career evolves. And so am I. Here, we will be setting you a
So then our character has the contract, our first contract, in our hands, and we're going to determine what targets rating we should be at by the end of the season. I've put 70. We can't change how many seasons we'll be here.
signed.
Be one season
on
to
the
start off
Formula
with,
One
and we've
grid
signed the
for
contract
2024.
at 65 rated, 50 experience,
That sounds
66
awesome to
racecraft,
say.
64 awareness, and
Time to
68
go
pace with
crush that
60
target.
focus. We want
I'll
to be
see you
70 rated
soon.
by the end of our 16 race calendar. So we're going to get straight into it, and we're going to go straight to our house, which seems very nice for a person that's just started out in Formula 1. But here we are then, I'm guessing a house in Monaco, and there you can see us oddly standing in a corner. But anyway, a very nice house nonetheless for us to stand in a corner
gear up for the
and not move around. But we're going on to the people, the specialists inside the team. We've got the manufacturing expert. Our goal for the first race in our career is to complete the race weekend or participate in or skip,
After the race,
simulate
you'll get a
3
rundown of
sessions
which
during the race
goals you
weekend. We're going to
passed
complete the
or
race
failed,
weekend
and any progress made
as
towards
our
each
goal.
specialist's level.
I mean, I'm sure either
If you
way
fail
it'll
a
be
goal,
very easy goal
you'll lose
to
progress.
do
So
and
pick
complete.
goals you're
And
confident in
if we
completing.
do this,
In short,
we get more
don't
recognition
get
in the
greedy.
team and perks from the specialists themselves. So it also
This
pays off
icon
to
represents your
complete these
primary
as the person telling
specialist.
you right now.
They will offer double XP for successfully completing goals to help you unlock their perks faster. You can choose any available specialist to be your primary and change this right up until you enter the first session of a race weekend.
Anyways, to our character, and we're going to start skipping time. We've got weekly resources points coming in. Of course, Alex Albon having more recognition than us gets more resource points. But let's go to the new season, car reveal, that is different to last year's with a new animation. So let's see what this looks like. So then a very cool cutscene to show off all of the cars for the season. Of course, next season and next seasons we will see different drivers in different cars. It's different overalls. It'll be very cool to see how that works. But going towards the race weekend, we've got more resource points coming in, and we're also going to stop this to see if we can get any upgrades on the car, not before this race weekend, but probably for Australia, which is going to be the next race. So yes, we will. We're going to get rear downforce, because it looks like Albon's focusing on the front downforce, so that will balance the car out. It's time to go to the race weekend for the first ever race, which is Bahrain, in our F1 24 driver career mode with Williams. We're here then, of course, going into the race weekend. Going to be 29 laps of the race, but we're going to go straight into qualifying now. But before qualifying, if you're excited for this game, make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you are enjoying F1 24 so far. Looking after practice then, we've got 300 resource points. That puts our bank total up to 368. Probably less than Alex Albon, who's got more recognition than us. But it's only about by 10% that it's not equal, though. So that is good for us. We get 500 XP, which leaves us on 50 experience overall. Stats stay the same, but we're very close to getting that 66 rated in the end overall. Not much to really say, though, apart from that. And we're going straight into qualifying. We're here for our first qualifying session in F1 24, and we're here in the Williams with the weird looking steering wheel that's quite pointy. I don't know why that is, it looks a bit weird, but we are going out, of course, to start our career as an F1 driver with Williams. If you want to see more like this, tell me how you're finding the game in the comments below. Of course, different handling system, very different. Many people don't like it, but I don't mind the handling system as we come out onto the track for the first time in Q1. Hoping to get through here, as the car doesn't seem to be that bad looking at practice. And we've got DRS open now, going down towards the first corner. Something new this year is that we can use overtake, we can use all the different ERS modes, of course. During qualifying and during our laps as well in the race, we've got none, medium, hot lap and overtake, so that will be interesting to see how that's been utilised. Braking late into the last corner though, and coming around the final corner, and we are going to set our first ever lap as a Formula 1 driver. And it's DRS open to the line, and it's P2, 2/10 off Fernando Alonso. Very good lap for us. We've beat Sainz, Russell and Verstappen all in Q1, so we're not going to go back out. And how's that going to fare for us? Quite a risky thing to do, but we do finish P10 and we are through, and so is our teammate Alex Albon in P13. Out is Ocon, both are Cash Up, are beige, and both Haas cars. So we are through with our teammate. Alpine of Gasly making it through, Verstappen tops it, and we're going into Q2 immediately for our debut here in Bahrain. And we're going straight out onto track to set a banker lap on the new set of tyres, as we saved a set by not going back out at the end of that last session. So a lot to do then. We've got 2 fresh sets for Q2. Drivers already going around the track and setting lap times though, as we come out onto track. As we come out the pit lane, no one is near us. We've got a clear track to warm the tyres up and get used to well, the handling model, because this is going to be my first like 10-15 laps on this game in qualifying and practice. So green sectors already. As start of Q2 didn't record, so end of Q2 we've got green already, but coming through the first corner it's a little bit messy, and on the exit of the second corner we are already down on our lap time, but coming through onto the second DRS straight and into turn 4 we're fine. Purple first sector it was, and look, there he is, Alex Albon P8 we seem to be fine right now. Oh no, he's gone, but that seems to be it. I think both Williams are going to be through into Q3. We're still going to finish this lap, but our teammate, as you can hear now on the radio, he has made it through in P9. We're going to make it through into Q3. It's going to be 2 Williams in Q3, and this is very good for hopefully the rest of our season. And it's going to be P3. Wow. In the Williams, P3. Very good for our debut as an F1 driver. It's an amazing start. Teammate makes it through, but Hamilton, Perez and Bottas, Lance Stroll out as well in the Aston Martin. So lots of big names coming out in Q2. But big news is we are through, Zhou Guanyu is through, and our teammate is also through to Q3. So this is going to be a very interesting Q3, as we don't have as many contenders for pole position as there probably should be. But coming into Q3 now, we're going to use a old pair of softs to start off with, and then use the new pair as the second on our second run. So we're letting the Ferrari and the Mercedes through, so we start our lap so we can get some slipstream as well. So very nice. As we get DRS open now, George Russell sets the fastest lap, then followed by Carlos Sainz pulling over, but we get into the slipstream and hope to set a fast lap. But although these tyres probably quite worn already, Verstappen setting the fastest lap as we come through the first 2 corners, and George Russell ahead of us, you can see, sped up here. We are tumbling down the order as we are the last ones to set a lap time. P10, we're a second off though. It's not been a good lap. So as we come to the line, I'm not expecting much here, and it is 9/10 off the next driver. Not great, but you know, that is our banker lap on old set of tyres. So what was really going to happen? I was hoping to be a little bit closer, but apparently, looking at Team Marduk's videos and our videos, you can see that the new tyres is absolutely amazing. You gain so much by the looks of it on new tyres. We're going to see how much we gain now. As we come out from the pit lane, everyone else is halfway around the lap on their warm-up lap, and we are just coming out the pit lane now. We've got 2 minutes to get round. That is plenty time to get round, and as you can see, 40 seconds left as we come round to start our second lap on new tyres. As you can see, 2% worn, and hopefully we're already down by a 1/10, but going into the first corner, there you go, green already. Amazing braking and grip just coming out the corner, as you can see. Also, another that I picked up on is when you go off track, you do get a lot of, like, it's better than last year. You get more dirt, and you can see like grass on your screen. But as you can see, 6, 7, 8 tenths gained, almost 9 tenths coming across the line. And where's that going to put us in our Williams? It's Albon we're going to be P7, so Albon down to P9, but that is an amazing start. Amazing qualifying. We out-qualify our teammate for our debut race. We beat George Russell in the Mercedes as well. And we are only 6 tenths off pole position, who is taken by Max Verstappen with Charles Leclerc behind him. Zhou Guanyu in P10, then our teammate Alex Albon in P9, Russell P8, and then we're here in P7 for the race. Amazing qualifying. Let's see what happens now. Teammate rivalry then. We're beating him, and with our weird celebrations and stance there, we celebrate beating our teammate. And this is going to add some pace. I think, yes, it does. And that adds pace to our overall stat. And we actually do get our 66 rated overall rating due to the increase in pace from our Q3 appearance in our first time out there. Going in towards the race though now, isn't it? And 29 laps stand in front of us for our debut race, of course. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and we're going straight into the race.
Rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. Formula One returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36 mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities, and it could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakhir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Oscar Piastri, Fernando Alonso, the rookie, Russell, Albon, Joe, Hamilton, Perez, Bottas, Stroll, Gasly, Ocon, Norris, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Hülkenberg, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And alongside me in the commentary box today, a man who I always look up to, which is easier said than done, Anthony Davidson. Now, it's a new season, plenty of new opportunities, but I think I'm going to start with a question we may have asked last year as well. Can anyone stop Max Verstappen?
That's what they're hoping for. And that's what we're hoping for as well in some ways, because we don't want to see just one driver or one team running away with it this season like we had last year or even the years gone by in this sport. Can we get to see a two-way or even a three- or four-way fight throughout this race today? Fingers crossed we'll get that.
We are on the grid then for our first ever race in Formula One. It looks like it's going to be a two-stop medium to hard tyres. We're putting a little bit of fuel in because I don't know how efficient the fuel is on this car, but the formation lap is here. And if you know a good way to warm up the tyres in this game, please tell me, because the tyres were cold by the end of the formation lap, and that's exactly not what you're meant to do on the formation lap. But going in towards the race, you can see us weaving a lot. But we've got Alex Albon, our teammate, directly behind us. He's on the soft tyre. Everyone else around us on the medium tyre. You can see how cold the tyres are. Please help me. But as we crawl towards our good position, it's 0.2 metres. And it's time to go to the 5 red lights. For our first ever debut race here in F1 24 in the Bahrain Grand Prix, the lights are out and we are underway, and it's a terrible start from Fernando Alonso, and we get a great start, but it's George Russell getting an even better start, and he's jumped both of us, and it's now Alex Albon behind us. We're side by side with Fernando Alonso, and Albon going flying down the inside. There he is. Oh no, he's made contact. He's made contact with George Russell, and debris goes flying, and we're side by side with the kick Sauber of Zhou. And now Bottas right behind us. He's on the soft tyre as well. And will he try to attack us going down into turn 4? Hopefully not. No, he doesn't. But now there's an opening. He's there. But let's look at that start of the race once more, because that was very exciting. 5 red lights are on. And it's Max Verstappen on pole position from 2 Ferraris. And as the lights go out, it's a pretty good start from everyone. But the Ferraris seem to get the jump on the Red Bull. And as you can see, it's Leclerc leading Piastri. Then Verstappen, they're through by going into turn 1. There you can see in the background the dive from our teammate, and it's still 3 wide as they come through the central corner, but Verstappen with the inside line takes the lead of the race. But now Charles Leclerc has the slipstream, using all the overtaking you can see on board, and he's going to go round the outside. He's got the racing line round the outside. He goes off Max Verstappen. Is he going to get the move? Yes, he does. They're still side by side, but he is going to get that move. But here is the on button from our teammate. See George Russell, electric start, going round the outside of both me and Fernando Alonso. We squeeze our teammate, but we leave him enough space. He just outbrakes himself, goes flying into the first corner, taking off his front wing and George Russell's. 2 now, we've got Fernando Alonso right behind us. Verstappen sets the fastest lap, and Zhou just ahead of us. Albon ahead of him with damage by the looks of it, as well as the Mercedes there getting overtaken. He's also got damage to his front wing. the Mercedes of George Russell, and it's Max Verstappen who is leading the race. We've got DRS, of course, which now opens on lap 2. Going deeper into lap 2, we are chasing down Zhou Guanyu. We currently don't have enough pace to overtake him, but Albon is slowing him up just a bit, and that's what's annoying me. So as we come out, a very unorthodox move as we go down the inside of Zhou Guanyu, and that leaves our teammate up next, but a big slide on exit, and it invites him back in, and we're side by side now, going down towards the final corner of the lap, going on to lap 3. We get it done, the move, and Max Verstappen sets another fastest lap, which is quickly replaced by Charles Leclerc. We get a DRS now on our teammate. Our teammate, we don't need to go too aggressive on him, and as we gain time, we gain and gain and gain, and we're going to the inside, and no we don't, because he's put his car right in the middle. Nice to meet you, sir. Wow, okay. We're not going to try and make the move on the Alex Albon, who is our teammate, with damage, going into turn 1, and now that's allowed Zhou Guanyu to try re-overtake us. He's on the inside going into turn 3, but we outbrake him, and we keep the position. Very aggressive from our teammate there. I thought it would just be quite simple, easy, let us through. No, the engine's overheating though now on lap 3, going into 4, and Zhou Guanyu is once again alongside us. We squeeze him out at the apex, and we'll now surely have a great run to overtake our teammate Alex Albon, who has, of course, the broken front wing. And as we close up now, surely an easy slam dunk overtake it is with DRS. A little bit of overtake used, and we are down the inside of our teammate, and we are ahead going into the braking zone. So we cut across, and we take the position from our teammate. Hopefully he doesn't fall back down the order now, but by lap 5 he isn't on our mini-map. But now we've got an objective that tells us to avoid the engine overheating and going over 141.9 degrees C for 10 seconds a lap. So looking at the engine, it's 126 degrees C, so I think this is going to be quite an easy objective. It's basically just complete the next 2 laps. So thanks I guess for the free recognition. But the tyre's not looking very good now, and by lap 6 we are setting a green sector. We are catching up to George Russell, but Fernando Alonso 4 tenths behind us. That is the real threat for us here and now. Not much to say though. Fernando Alonso is closing in on us, but we are closing in on George Russell, and by the end of lap 6 we are there with George Russell, and we are going to see if we can make a move now. We're going to get DRS going down the main straight, but so is Fernando Alonso and us. He's 4 tenths behind us. We're 7 tenths behind George Russell, so we're going to see if the slipstream is too powerful, using a little bit of overtake to catch up to the man in the Mercedes. A seat that we might want to be in one day from the Williams team, being in the Mercedes crew, what do you call it? But also needing to overtake him. He's got a broken front wing. Fernando Alonso getting very close towards us now. He's a 10th behind, and we're keeping our position though in P6. We are racing on Mercedes to get P5, but Fernando Alonso is going down the inside of the fast sector 2, but it doesn't work out for him, and we continue on our way. George Russell by the end of lap 7, 5 tenths is the gap, 3 tenths behind, 5 tenths in front. George Russell, we've got 70% battery, but here comes Fernando Alonso looking to go down the inside. We're using our overtake button. We brake the latest. We almost hit George Russell, but we slow the car down. We get the car going once more on the power. Tyre wear very high. Overtake button used. Slipstream, DRS. Objective complete. Pit window open, and we go flying past George Russell. But now, as you can hear, our teammate wants us to come in. Our teammate, he is in. Our Mark wants us to come in as we get past George Russell, complete the move, but he has now got DRS going into turn 3, and he's going to come back on the inside of turn 3 going down the straight. We outbrake him though going into turn 3, and we do keep our position in P4 now after Carlos Sainz in the Ferrari pitted a lap earlier. Going into lap 8, it's Leclerc and Verstappen in the pits, and we are also coming in towards the pits lane. So we brake, we put on the mark thing, the pit limiter, and we continue on our way. George Russell also coming in, and Fernando Alonso is coming in as well, but hopefully a good pit stop here will see us come out ahead of him and George Russell. So it looks slow, but I'm pretty sure that's a pretty good pit stop as we come out and ahead of both. Coming back out into the race though, and it is going to be out in 14th place. No one really near us except George Russell, who came out, was next to us anyway when we came through the pit lane. So apart from that, no traffic to talk about. Piastri's 2 seconds up the road. Leclerc seems quite far back. Let's see what's happened here then. So he's coming into the pit lane very close to Verstappen, only a tenth separating them. And as you can see, oh no, it's a slow pit stop in the first race for Ferrari. Charles Leclerc has a slow pit stop in the first ever race of the F1 24 season, and that's going to leave him miles behind Max Verstappen. As you can see on the mini-map now, look at the gap that there is. Max Verstappen seems to be running away with this one. We are in P8, we're chasing down Piastri, 2.1 second the gap. We've got the better tyres, but George Russell 9 tenths behind. Lap 13, we've got Fernando Alonso 1.3 seconds behind us, George Russell being overtaken by the Spaniard, and we've got another objective to complete, which is achieve a lap time of 1 minute 34.318. That should be quite easy. We're going to just push for the rest of the lap. That is 2 seconds slower than our personal best lap time, so I'm not sure what that's all about, but we'll see, and we'll probably beat it immediately. So as we do come round to the final corner, we set a 133.398, and that is perfectly fine to complete that objective. That's our second objective complete in our debut race. It's Piastri still ahead of us though, and Alonso 1.1 seconds behind us. We don't have the most ERS energy either to stay ahead, and that is evident on lap 14 as Fernando Alonso 2 tenths behind us. He's getting very close to us now, and he's got the DRS 4 tenths behind. Will he go for the overtake? Not here though, maybe down the back straight, unless we can use some of this energy that we've collected throughout the rest of this lap, coming up the hill and going down the next back straight. Verstappen though, look on the mini-map, he is absolutely destroying everyone, and we get on the outside of the track there, and Fernando Alonso now coming around the outside of us. He takes the racing line, we have the inside line, we take the apex, and we continue on lap 14. We get the DRS, and hopefully we can get away from Fernando Alonso a little bit now with the DRS bees in our slipstream. And I don't think we're going to get very far away here. We got the DRS, but we are using the battery, and we are going to keep away from Fernando Alonso, but he will have the second bite of the cherry here as he comes around into the second DRS straight, just off the back of the first, coming around down into turn 3. Tyre wear's over 40% already, and it's only lap 15. And here comes Fernando Alonso. He's going to go for the outside. He's got the racing line. We're going to take the apex. We're going to run wide. I don't mean to run wide here, but we do. And it looks like we just squeezed Fernando Alonso out. But at the end of lap 15, he's going to get his own back as he's going down the inside. But once again, he's made the mistake that we're going to get the DRS down the back straight now. And we're still side by side. We're going to get the slipstream. We're going to use overtake. We've got an over 90% battery. So we are just going to go flying past back. And DRS open, pit window open as well. And we fly back past Fernando Alonso, back into P5 then. Piastri P4 on the hard tyres, we're on the mediums. Fernando Alonso also on the hard tyres, but he is going to have DRS once more down here. But he doesn't do anything with that. Lap 17, he's coming at us once more down this straight. We're using overtake, going into none to save the ERS. Something that we haven't had to save much is the fuel. But we're going to come in at the end of this lap now, and we're going to allow Fernando Alonso, hopefully he doesn't get too much of an overcut. Also in is Charles Leclerc, he's in the Ferrari. Hamilton also in off the medium tyres. But now a good pit stop here will hopefully see us maybe get ahead of Fernando Alonso, if there's no mistakes, which there isn't. And it's a good pit stop and we're out once more. And hopefully good lap here will see us have a bigger gap to the... Oh no, there's traffic. Oh no, Magnussen, Ricciardo and Tsunoda go past us. And now we're going to have to try fight through that as well on our out lap. They're on the soft tyres though, meaning surely those tyres are dead, depending on what lap they pitted. And lap 19 we've caught up to them, and people coming into the pits. There's Perez, we're ahead of Perez, and we're going to the inside, and we almost make contact with Daniel Ricciardo. We get past Yuki Tsunoda on the soft tyres, but he's going to come back now. We're both going to have DRS. I'm using a bit of battery, but Yuki Tsunoda just goes flying past us. We're now going to be in his slipstream. We're going to go for the overtake once more round the outside of turn 3, and we make the move stick here. And now Ricciardo is up next. He's in P5, and unfortunately all this fighting has allowed Guan Yu Zhou to catch up. He is only a few tenths behind, but we're going down the inside. A very late lunge from Daniel Ricciardo, and now we've got a 9-second gap in front of us. So now we just need to defend our P5. Ricciardo with the DRS. He's just going to chill in the background. Lap 21 though. Here's the Ferraris side by side. It's Sainz on the inside, Leclerc on the outside, and it's very close between the Ferraris. And oh, that's a big snap there from the Ferrari of Carlos Sainz, and this is allowing Oscar Piastri. He's now within a second. He was 1.6 seconds off, but there you can see a little bit use of overtake and the big snap there for Carlos Sainz. Lap 24. Fernando Alonso, P6, he's 2.3 seconds behind us. And we complete another objective there to do with fuel. That was quite an easy one, didn't have to do anything. But it's green lap times though, so we're putting in good lap times now. And we're going to save a little bit of battery this lap. But going back towards the front of the field, and here's the Ferraris. They're fighting again once more. It's Carlos Sainz on the inside. He's got DRS, but Oscar Piastri seems to be trying to make it through wide. No, he's just sitting behind. And now it's Carlos Sainz and Leclerc side by side. And it looks like Leclerc's going to keep the place. And now who's got the DRS? It's Leclerc with the DRS, so Oscar Piastri might be looking to make a move here. Although it looks like Carlos Sainz is defending very well. He goes a little bit wide. Oscar Piastri might have a chance here. No, he doesn't. But lap 27, it's side by side once again with the Ferraris. Oscar Piastri just sitting back as they do it, as the Ferraris fight once more. Coming up to the DRS straight, the second one. And who's got the DRS? It's going to be Carlos Sainz. But he's going to try and make the move on his teammate. He's going to the inside. Piastri looks to be going around the outside. He's got the racing line. And here, Carlos Sainz has actually lost out. And it looks like Piastri is going to make the move on the inside now, going through the fast middle sector. And he actually has overtaken Carlos Sainz on lap 27. Piastri up into P3. And this could be a podium for the McLaren man at the start of this F1 24 journey. But lap 28 going on to 29. We've got Fernando right close behind us. Look at how much he's gaining through the corners. We are in danger here as we go into the final few straights with DRS. It's Fernando Alonso's last chance to get up into P5 and score more points than he currently is. We've got 8/10 gap now. He's losing time with DRS open. We're not even using that much energy right now. We're down into none to regain some for the final few straights. We're going to go back up into medium. ERS very much critical in this new game in F1 24. We've got Perez, who is 3 seconds behind Alonso. 3/10 the gap now is. And it's going to be Max Verstappen, who's from the pit stop mistake that Leclerc had, has pulled out a 24-second gap and dominates the first race here in Bahrain. And he celebrates the win, but Leclerc comes home 24 seconds off in P2 from Piastri and Sainz. And here we are coming home to take P5 for Williams in our first ever race here. We destroy our teammate, and we're going to finish P5 in our first ever race. Come on.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
That's a fantastic team effort then to secure victory here in the desert.
Well, you're always unsure of the competition and what your opponents have been able to do in the off-season, Crofty, but they've come here today, they've delivered the performance that you dream about, and wow, did they make that car sing today. Really impressive stuff.
Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win.
Well, there it is then, the debut race for Hazard Racing, and it ends in P5 finish, starting P6. It's 10 points on the board for Williams and us. That's going to help us quite a lot. We're going to look at the standings. Of course, P4 in the standings, we're ahead of Aston Martin just because we finished in P5. Looking at the teammate rivalry, we're beating our teammate, and that animation is so annoying. But now we're getting on to the racing as we gain one whole racing experience, we gain a lot of race cross, lots of awareness. We're up to 69 pace, and our focus goes up to 61. Our overall rating almost at 67. And I'm looking at now the experience. You can see just weekend rating decline just happens for some reason. Rating will naturally decrease. Don't know why that is, but we gain, of course, from not DNFing, no penalties. We're beating our teammate, driving. We avoided warnings, fastest laps and stuff. So that overall helps us to gain a better rating. This helps our recognition as well. Increased 9% bonus, and that makes us 44 to 56%. We also completed our specialists goal of completing a race weekend, so that will also help there. But guys, if you have enjoyed the first ever race on F1 24, my driver, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and tell me what you thought of what you're thinking of F1 24 in the comments below. I'll see you all very soon. Goodbye.